what are people like yourself doing to oppose violence against women?
Thank you.
Okay.
We're trying to change the laws, is what we're trying to do. Make the sex industry like any other trade. And in a lot of ways it is. Massage parlors are licensed. Escort services are licensed. In Vancouver last year, only 7 new escorts became licensed. There are a heck of a lot more than 7 people who entered the sex industry for a variety of reasons, which are completely up to them. But the reason why people don't register is because they're scared. And if you do register, you get treated differently by the police. So if I register as an escort and I go missing, it's on my record forever, even once I'm no longer escorting, that I get treated differently. And those kind of things are sort of in the works of changing. Like Vancouver has a specific sex work liaison who works with the VPD. And there's are you asking me about the court cases, or should I talk about them now?
There are no more questions, so if you want to add anything else, this would be the time to do it.
All right, perfect. Yay, short. So there's currently 2 court cases in Canada that are extremely important. In Ontario and here, groups went to the provincial courts to challenge the current criminal code as a violation of charter rights, saying that it endangered their work. What was interesting is that they did it at the same time in consultation with each other on purpose. And what's interesting is that the Ontario case went to trial, and the judge is currently deliberating. And in Vancouver, Pivot Legal Society was representing a group called, was it SWAV, Sex Workers United Against Violence, and one former sex worker. And in BC, they were told that they couldn't go to court because the criminal code laws against prostitution couldn't be applied to a group, and also as a former sex worker, that these laws wouldn't apply to the specific woman, so they had no place challenging the charter laws. This went to the BC Court of Appeal and actually was pretty amazing in the support it garnered, mostly from the legal community. West Coast Leaf, which is Legal Equality and Action Fund, which has always kind of shied away from these debates for obvious reasons, because they affect things like funding and stuff like that, and if you don't have the right moral opinion at any given time, you're totally screwed potentially. Anyway, but they went in as interveners in the case, saying that it's really important who has access to justice. BC Civil Liberties went in as well, and so now that's in deliberation as to who can challenge the laws. And in a roundabout way, if these cases are successful, technically prostitution will be decriminalized in Ontario and thus can be used as case law everywhere if it goes through. I've read the transcripts, the judge seems pretty friendly, we'll see. The group that I'm a part of that's called First, we hold a lot of public forums and really try to appeal to kind of the general public as opposed to like a sort of previous knowledge feminist community debate. Like our last forum was in November, and we talked about who Johns are, and had Chris Atchison come in and talk about his research, which is the largest study of Johns ever in Canada. He interviewed anonymously 986 men who buy sex, and 2% of them said that they were violent towards women. Now, the obvious thing to ask there is, well, of course they're lying. Why should they lie if they're anonymous? And you know, even if let's double that number. Who doubles stats? No one doubles stats, but let's say we're going to double stats. 4%. You got 96% of people who are buying sex, and they just want sex. They just want companionship, and that's a huge thing too. So there you have it.